Hello, good day everyone. In this video, I will be discussing about the tactical drawing or the electrical plans that is necessary for electrical wiring. So first, you will need a floor plan. So I will draw here a sample floor plan, one floor building only, dwelling place or uh, residential building. So this is just a simple floor plan. And example, there is a room here, and then CR. So for example, this is room one, and then CR, room two, and then somewhere here is the kitchen, and then here is the dining area, and in this area here is the living area. Okay, so this is the sample floor plan. So this will be the basis for the lighting layout and the power layout that I will be presenting to you today. Okay, so oops. So after you have done a floor plan, of course, in your drawing in the AutoCAD, you will put the dimension of this side and on this side here. So every areas have a dimension, and then you should also calculate its area. So first, in the floor plan, the details that will be shown, of course, the floor details, what are the names of the specific areas that you will put on every floor. After you have done making the floor plan, of course, don't forget to draw on scale. So you can choose 1 to 100, 1 is to 100, or 1 is to 1000, or 1 is to 10. Depends upon your chosen scale. But you should draw with scale. So don't draw like you are just sketching without any specific dimensions to follow. So since you will draw your plans in the AutoCAD, so uh you should specify the units that you will be using and the scale that you will be using. So after you have done your floor plan, you can proceed to the lighting layout. So in the lighting layout, you will be using also the same floor plan that you've made. So I will draw it here. So this is just an example, so I will not draw the doors. But on your drawing, you should put your door. So okay, I will just draw the door. So the details of the door should also be specified so that you can put the specific location of the switches also. Okay. So according to the old people, it has a bad luck if the door are facing each other. So it's just a belief anyway. So here it is. After you have copied the floor plan, okay, copy ko muna dun sa power layout. Pero hindi na ako mag-drawing ulit. Okay, so going back to the lighting layout, after you have done your uh, floor plan, you may proceed to your lighting layout. Okay, so in your lighting layout, you should define the symbols of the lamp that you will be using. For example, I will be using a CFL lamp. So I'll be using the symbol circle with a plus in the center. That will be a CFL 50 watts. So 50 watts. So that symbol will be shown here in the floor plan. So if I will put here 4 CFL 50 watts lamp, that it means on the actual installation of lamps, this area, this room 1 will have 4 CFL 50 watts lamp. Okay, and then I will also be using a CFL 100 watts. I don't know if it is available in the market, but assuming there is a CFL 100 watts. So in this CR, I'll be using CFL 100 watts. And in this room 2, I will be using a 4 CFL 50 watts. Okay, so there it is, the lamps for the rooms and for the CR. And for the kitchen, I will be using fluorescent, 2 bulb fluorescent. So fluorescent, I will assume it is 100 watts, assuming there is 100 watts. Okay, so two lamp fluorescent. I will be using 2 fixtures. So there it is, 2. And then in the dining area, I will be using 100 watts, 100 watts. And in the living area, I will be using 4 50 watts lamp plus a fluorescent, 2 lamp fluorescent. Okay. So here in my drawing, it is a freehand sketching. So you might see the not straight lines. But on your drawing on the AutoCAD, it should be straight and it should be properly aligned. Everything is straight and proper ang pagka-drawing. Okay, so I've already put the lamps that I will be using in this area, in this floor plan. Next is, you should identify the switches to be used. So in this room 1, I will be using a 2-gang single switch, meaning it is S2. And to connect the lines from lamps to switch, you should use broken lines. This one. So it means these 2 lamps here is controlled by 1 switch in this 2-gang single switch, and these 2 lamps here is controlled by the other switch in this S2. Next, this lamp in the CR is just 1 lamp, so S1. So it's connected, it's controlled by S1, this lamp. And then in the room 2, I will also be using S2. So this 2 lamps here is controlled by the 1 switch in the S2, and this lamp here is also controlled by the other switch in the S2. So that's it. And then here in the kitchen, I will be using a 3-way, S3-way. The first 3-way will be put in here close to the exit door, and the other switch will be put here. So 3-way is controlled. 2 fluorescent lamp is controlled with the 3-way, and this 3-way is connected here. So meaning this line here, this broken line, is the traveler from the first 3-way to the second 3-way. Next is for the switch here in the dining area, I will put it S1. So 1 switch for the lamps in the dining area. And then for the lamp here in the living area, I will be using S2. So one switch for the fluorescent and one switch for the 450 watts. So that's it for the connection of the lamps to the switches. Next is the connection of the lamps to the breaker. So to make the connection of the line from lamps to the breaker, you should use a continuous line, not the broken line. So the broken line is specified for lamps to switches, and for the lamps to breaker will be a continuous line. So I will be using two breakers uh for this area, for this floor. So in room 1, CR, and room 2 will be one 15 ampere circuit breaker. So it will be like this, continuous ang line. As you can see, there is no overlapping of lines. So it should be uh free. So walang mag-overlap. So you should have put a circle here with a triangle inside. I don't know. It's a circle with a triangle outside. So inscribed. So and you'll put it breaker 1. So it indicates the number of the breaker. So it is the location of the breaker in the panel board. Oh, I forgot. You should put the symbol of the panel board right at the back of the entrance door. Okay, so the next symbol, the other symbol that we'll be using is the symbol of the panel. So the half of that rectangle is shaded. So it is panel board. So meaning this lamp here is the first lamp that will be connected to the breaker, since the indicator for the breaker to the lamp is connected here in this lamp. Next is for the kitchen, dining, and the living area. So continuous line, use continuous line like that. So as you can see, there is no overlapping of lines of broken line and continuous line. So it is breaker number 2. So in this lighting layout, there are two breakers, or there are two circuits. The circuit for the two rooms with and the CR, and the circuit for the kitchen, the dining, and the living area. So that's it for the lighting layout. If you're done with that, then you can proceed to the power layout. For the power layout, you will put the outlets, special outlets. Okay. So outlets for the aircon, outlets for convenience outlet, for the water pump, for the washing machine. What else? Ref. So it should be indicated. So if this room has one aircon, so it should have a special outlet for aircon. So circle with triangle inside, and then you'll put it here ACU, meaning air conditioning unit. So there will be two air conditioning unit here, so there will be two special outlet for aircon, ACU. And then if your CR has a heater, meaning the CR is also a shower, so if there is a heater, you'll also put a special outlet for heater, and you'll put it H. That means heater. ACU is air conditioning unit. Air conditioning unit. So that means ACU. And H is heater. And next, if you put convenience outlet, This one, another convenience out here. Okay, again. I think it should be this way. And outlets here in the kitchen. So remember that according to the Philippine Electrical Code, the distance or the radius of use for an outlet or convenience outlet is 1.8 meter, meaning the distance from one outlet to the next outlet should be 3.6 meters. Like that. For the considered the wall is all usable, meaning walang nakaharang ng mga furniture or any material dyan sa wall. If there is a furniture, then it is not uh, included in the calculation for the 3.6. And also for the door, it is not included for the 3.6 distance. Okay, so if you're done putting your convenience outlet here, then you are ready for the connection or for the circuit breaker connection. So air conditioning unit, this is this have this is this the air conditioning unit has a special outlet, so it also have a special breaker. So it has its own breaker. So the circuit breaker for the lighting has two, so that means the circuit breaker here will be 3. And this heater will be 4. 4, and this second aircon, it would be 5. And then for the outlets here, I will put a I will connect it to one breaker so that if there will be problem in one of the outlets, then not all outlets will be turned off. Half of the outlets or kind of convenience outlet will still be usable in case there is a trouble. So 6, 7. So there's panel here. So therefore, there are 7 uh, branch circuit for this uh, residential building according to the plan that I have made. So after you have done your power layout, you are ready to make the schedule of loads. Now, for the schedule of loads, you will have a table for the names. First, the number of branch circuit. Next would be the name of branch circuit. Next would be the number of lamps. Next is the number of outlets. Next would be power. Power will be divided by 2 horsepower or watts. Next is current. So I will be the symbol for the current. And after that, current is number of ampere rating of circuit breaker. Okay, there's still more here to be filled up. After that, ampere rating of circuit breakers would be the type and size of wire. Then after that, a size of conduit. Okay, so you will fill this up. So this is in one table. This one is a continuation for this last year. It is not the display is short. So this is continuous, one line only. So you will complete this table. For example, number of branch circuit. For the branch circuit number 1, what is the name of the branch circuit number 1? Lighting. So branch circuit number 1 and number 2 is lighting. Number 2, lighting. Number of lamps, meaning how many lamps are there. So let's go back to the lighting layout. For the circuit breaker number 1, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 50 watts and 100 watts. Okay. 8 50 watts and 100 watts. That number of outlets, meaning number of the outlets for the lighting is the receptacle. So there are 9 receptacles. So what's the power of that lamp? Total power. So 8 times 50, this is 400 watts plus 100, so 500 watts. Next, for the current. So for the current, the solution would be power divided by the voltage, 220 volts. So, and you will get the current. So, I want you to solve this one. And then for the ampere rating, you will be looking for the table for this ampere rating of circuit breakers. It is available for reference. Look for the table for this ampere ratings in the Philippine Electrical Code. And for the type and size of wire, also you will look the information for this type and size of wire in the Philippine Electrical Code. And for the size of conduit, look also for the table in the Philippine Electrical Code. So I'm showing you just an example for the schedule of loads. If you have any question, you can message me or you can put it in the comment section. Okay? That's all. Thank you. So I hope you will like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.